All right, so for my place-based learning task, I chose my childhood home, which sits on a rectangular lot that measures 130 feet long and 65 feet wide. There are two ways to access the house. There's a sidewalk leading to the front door that is 4 feet wide, and the driveway on the side of the house that is 7 feet wide. We are going to do a fencing problem, and in the problem, we're going to place a fence around the property's perimeter, but we're going to leave the sidewalk opening and the driveway opening clear so people can still get to the house. So for the actual problem, I made an aerial view of the house, and the problem says, find how many feet of fence are needed if a fence is built around the entire lot except for the openings left for the sidewalk and the driveway. Give the fence length in feet. So whenever a problem is asking us find how many feet are around the entire lot, we already know that we're doing perimeter. So to find perimeter, we can find it two ways. And we can just add all the sides, which is just the length plus width. Or we can also just do 2 times the length and add it to 2 times the width. So I'm going to solve it both ways, and I'm going to start with this one because this one's a little bit easier and less steps. So we're going to do 2 times the length, which is 130 feet long. So we're going to do 130 times 2 and add that to 2 times the width. So 2 times the width would be 265 plus times 2, sorry. So now 130 times 2, let's find that. 130 times 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. So 260 plus 2 times 65, which is 65 times 2. Let's find that. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 130. So 260 plus 130. So let's find that out this time. So 130 plus 260, it's going to be 0. 6 plus 3 is 9. 1 plus 2 is 3. So our total is 390 feet. Now, this is our perimeter of the entire lot. Now, we're only building a fence around the orange parts. So what we can do is just add 4 feet plus 7 feet, which is going to give us 11 feet. And we're going to subtract these little openings, right? We're going to subtract 11 from 390. So 390 minus 11, 0. You can't take 1 out of 0, so we're going to borrow from the 9, turn it into an 8. This will become a 10. 10 minus 1 is easier. We can do that. It's 9. 8 minus 1 is 7. 3 minus 0 is still 3. So our total fence would be 379 feet. So give the fence length in feet. 379 feet is our answer. All right, so we solved it this way. Now let's solve it the other way. Let's erase all this. Boom, boom. So now we're going to add up all the sides. This one's a little bit easier, but it's going to be a couple more steps. So we start off with 130 plus 65. Let's add those two together because those are the ones given to us. 0 plus 5 is 5. 3 plus 6 is 9. 1 plus 0 is 1. So we have 195 so far. Now, they didn't give us a number here, but we can assume since this is a rectangle, these two sides are going to be the same. So we're just going to put that over here. So it's 130. So we're going to add 130 to 195, right? 130. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 3 is 12. We're going to pull the 1 over here. We have 3. So our total right now is 325. So we can assume that these two sides are the same length, but remember, we're leaving these two gaps, right? So they didn't give us the measure of these sides here, but what we can do is find out how much the whole thing measures, right? So to find that, we're going to do the same thing we did in the other problem. We're going to add 4 feet plus 7 feet. It's going to give us 11 feet. Now we're going to do the 65, and we're going to subtract the 11, which is going to be 5 minus 1 is 4. 6 minus 1 is 5. So our total length here is 54 feet, subtracting the openings, right? Now, we're going to put the 54 over here, and we're going to add it toward 325. So adding this together, 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 5 is 7. 3 plus 0 is 3. So our total fence length here is 379 feet. Same thing we got on the last problem. And those are two ways I know how to solve them.